It's Sunday. I'm back. At least for a couple weeks. I'm back.
She's back.
Guess who's
She's
back?
I'm back.
I'm back. I'm back.
So, all I can say is if you ever get the chance to go to the Bill Manor, Hospital on College Hill, Trans-Allegheny, even for a day tour, take the advantage and do it because you will not regret it. I did Trans-Allegheny during the day, had amazing paranormal activity, which you can't videotape during the tour, so I couldn't catch it. Otherwise, it would have been the holy grail type of shit, you know? And then Beale Manor, it's amazing, very active location. And then Hospital on College Hill, you've seen it on Project Fear, Destination Fear, all the YouTubers and stuff. That place is amazing. You'll get activity as soon as you walk in. So, but now I'm gearing up for Waverly Hills. I'm kind of nervous. I'm kind of nervous to go back after 13 years, you know. I'll see if I survive. And I don't have to video call Scotty Rourke and be like, help me.
It would have been crazy if you would have been there on the 13th of your 13th year. So June 13th.
So it 13 years would be, 13 years would have been August 2nd, August 3rd. That first weekend of August would have been 13 years later. But I'm back. We'll be back. I don't have the thing, but I'm gonna pull it up here. We do have Witches of Wellness coming up very, very fast. It's kind of snuck up on me here. That is coming up on July 11th and 12th in Dekalb, Illinois. At the Orchard Hall. We will have speakers. We will have workshops, lectures, vendors, amazing things happening that weekend. Super cheap to get in. I think it's $10 to $15 to get in. It gives you all day pass to get in. Workshops are additional costs differing between the workshops. They range from $5 all the way up to $40 if you want to get a seance or a gallery reading. Those are a little high more because of what it all entails for the workshop host. 11 to 7 on Saturday, 11 to 6 on Sunday. I'm going to see if I can pull up the information here.
And if you're looking for breakfast places, the Junction is definitely the place to go to for breakfast.
Yes. Or they even have dinner.
Platters full of food for a good amount of money, and it's all fresh ingredients.
Yeah, amazing food, like absolutely best food you will probably get in DeKalb, Illinois is at the Junction. They do breakfast, they do lunch, they do dinner. I believe Saturday night they still have a buffet type of thing. Amazing food. Go get your tickets today at witchesofwellness.com. And we will see you there. I will be there with my shiny face. Hopefully no pies in my face this time. So come out, have fun, check out the vendors, check out the lectures, check out the workshops. It'll be a fun weekend. A lot of metaphysical, spiritual, pagan topics, metaphysical, and a ton of different vendors. There'll be healers, there'll be readers, there'll be metaphysical items like crystals and spirit boards and all that fun stuff. And then we will also have some food object vendors, which is really cool. But there'll be a great mix. You'll have my stories within photography there as well. So I'll be dishing out my photography, which I'm super, super excited. I got the ability to start selling my photography at Fairfield County Infirmary and Madison Seminary.
Oh, wow.
Nice.
So I will be selling the photos I take of those two locations in the locations. Thank you to Adam Kimmel.
Nice.
Congratulations.
So I'm super excited for that. That is like the first haunted location that has given me the ability to sell my photography in. So I'm super excited. I will say this right now. Hopefully I won't cry when I do this. Hold on, I'm gonna pull it up here. Come on, Facebook. Please send your love and prayers to Christopher Booth. He has lost his brother this weekend. I couldn't believe it when I heard about it on Friday. It tore me to pieces. Because Christopher and Philip were almost the very first people I met in this field. They gave me the distinct honor of being called the Booth sister. So just send your love to Christopher and their family, because it is a giant loss for them and this paranormal community, because they made a bunch of paranormal documentaries, CDs, movies. So that is one of the big losses this weekend in the paranormal community. In addition to Shannon Sylvia's husband, Jeff, also passed away this weekend before Phil's passing. So we've had a couple big hits this weekend with paranormal passings, but send your love to them. Send the healing to the families, because it is a rough time for both of those families for the passings. I don't cry. But yeah, Friday was rough because I was crying a lot of the day. So for that passing, so it's hard.
Yeah.
But let's turn our table. Let's turn our focus onto our guest tonight. We have Becky, who is a special guest at Riches of Wellness. She is a healer. She is an event coordinator. She hosts SoCon out in Mattoon, Illinois in early fall. It's usually in September. She also hosts a metaphysical event as well. She is a healer. She is a paranormal investigator as well. So we can dive into both metaphysical and paranormal, which is amazing. I love when we can do this. So let's bring her up. Hello, hello.
Hello.
Hi, Becky.
Rumor has it my internet turned back on. We'll see.
Yay.
It's looking good.
Yeah, it looks better than it was before the show, so that's good.
Yeah.
Right? Yeah. But we'll see if it stays on. But
It's like looking through a crystal ball. It's so perfect.
Well, good afternoon, Michelle and Heather.
Hi, Heather.
Hey, guys.
So, Becky, tell us a little about yourself, how you got into the paranormal and metaphysical realms of the world.
Well, obviously I'm a dog mom. I have a very noisy dog who won't shut up because he's not used to me being downstairs. So he hears everything going on outside and thinks that he needs to tell everybody about it.
Oh, yeah, we do too. That's okay.
Yeah. He's about this big. He's a corgi wiener dog.
He sounds like he's like
yeah. He sounds bigger than he is. He's got little dog syndrome. He thinks he's bad. But anyway, so I am Becky. I am, I do a little bit of everything. Psychic medium, do a lot of stuff in the metaphysical, like Jenny said, a paranormal investigator. I have been pretty much in this realm of things all of my life. My first paranormal experience that I can remember, I was about 5 when my grandpa came to me, woke me up in the middle of the night to tell me that he was leaving and that he, was moving on. He didn't give me a lot of details, basically just told me that his heart was broken. And then he was, going on, but he would still come visit me, not to worry. Got up the next morning, was getting ready for school. My parents sat me down and said, "We need to talk to you about Grandpa." And I'm like, "Oh, I know. He left last night, but don't worry. He's fine. He's going to come back and visit." And of course they just kind of sat there and stared at me like I had lost my mind. He had passed away from a heart attack at the hospital about 2 a.m.
Oh my god.
Wow.
Oh,
Yeah, so they had no idea, they hadn't told me yet. They, up until that point, they just thought that I talked to imaginary friends, and like a lot of kids do. So they hadn't really thought too much about it until that. So, and they still really didn't say a whole lot. They didn't tell me not to say those things, but they also just kind of, I think they were kind of like, it's just kind of creepy. We're just going to ignore it and hope it goes away. Obviously, never did. So now I'm an adult and still talking to dead people, and, it's all good.
So they did not support you, then they knew, but
Right. It wasn't that they didn't encourage it, but they didn't tell me that, I was full of it, that wasn't happening. They just didn't know what to do, I think was the biggest thing. I found out later in adulthood that my great grandma had the gift as well. I'm like, I wish you would have told me that when she was alive.
Right.
That would have made my childhood a lot better. But
I want to talk to you about it.
yeah. But yeah, no one ever really tried to talk me out of it. They just kind of avoided it. Like if something came up, they would acknowledge it right then, but and then we just kind of, let her talk to her people, and we're gonna just go over here and, pretend like we don't know what's going on.
right.
Yeah. So, I didn't actually start doing paranormal investigating until about 20 years ago, 15, 20 years ago.
Okay, so you've been for a
Yeah.
while.
Yeah. I actually met a friend. Another odd habit of mine. I am a very avid World of Warcraft player. Played since it started, so 22 years now.
Mm-hmm.
Met somebody that I played with. We got talking about paranormal stuff. He ran a team in Chicago, so I joined his team. I'm about 3 hours south of Chicago, so that's how I really got started with the investigations. Was through him. Then I started my own team here. We focused mostly on residential cases, helping people. We did over 400 residential cases throughout central Illinois.
Holy crap.
Yeah, it was a lot. It's a lot when you're an empath. It takes a hard toll on you dealing with people's lives on a day-to-day. So stopped doing that, at least actively, about 6 years ago. I still freelance. I still, if somebody calls me, of course, I'm not gonna, say sorry, can't help.
Right.
I'll usually point them in the right direction. I work pretty close with Midnight Paranormal Society out of Clinton. So if somebody, really has an issue, I kind of send it to them. And then I kind of stay involved more as a kind of spiritual counselor type role. But yeah, and if you can hear the crunching, the dog is now eating next to me.
It's okay.
It's better than barking. I'll tell you that.
Right.
Yeah.
He's actually eating cat food.
Oh, yeah.
We're
Our
just,
dogs do the same thing.
we're just gonna let him. So genealogy. I've been doing that for about 40 years. I actually started doing that when I was 12.
Oh, okay.
So it kind of goes hand in hand, a lot of it, so, and that's what I'll be talking about it, which is a wellness, is, connecting with your roots through genealogy and healing some of that past trauma.
So what is genealogy for people that don't know?
Sure. Genealogy is basically the study of family history.
Okay.
So it's you can do genealogy on just about anything. Most people know it from family history. Finding out, who your great grandparents were, who your, different stories from your family. Right now, the big thing is the genetic genealogy. Everybody's hearing about that, now that they're starting to, find serial killers that way. And,
Oh, I love this photo.
yeah. But yeah, that's the gist of it. When I started doing it, I started with my stepmom. Way back in the day when there was no computer, it was all about going to the library and digging through books and handwriting everything and all that good stuff. So
That's a lot of work.
Yeah.
it was. It was. I mean, it still is, but now a lot of it, so much is online that it's easy to do. You just have to be really careful because a lot of it that's online is wrong.
Right.
People just blindly, like, oh, there's a family tree here on Ancestry. This has got to be right. And they just start copying it. And then before you realize it, your grandpa is 10 years younger than you are. And, you've pulled all these wrong information and, so it's more discerning now what is actually true versus, it's easier to find, but it's harder to make sure that it's accurate.
It was so
Right.
crazy because I did the ancestry DNA and I sent in my saliva for sampling and stuff.
Mhm.
And I was always told that I'm half Irish, half Scottish. I got my results back, and it turned out that I was only a smidge portion of Scottish, as far as I was apparently have European and Wales in my family history, and I'm like, whoa. So I got relatives in Sydney, Australia, and
Yeah.
it's crazy. And then I love Viking stuff. So then it makes sense why I'm so drawn to Viking stuff.
Yeah.
And my reading runes and stuff.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, it's amazing how much when you start really going back and finding out those stories, even if it's just where you're from in general. That damn dog. Sorry. He's gonna drive me bonkers.
Ours will start soon. It's fine.
They're gonna go back and forth, I guess. Yeah, so it's really interesting when you start, hearing those stories, and it's like where, it's like I might be really interested in something. It's like, where did I ever come up with this? And then you
Right.
find out, your great 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 grandpa did that, and you're like, oh, you start realizing that, hey, this maybe, transfers through your DNA, your lineage, and you don't even realize it, how it
Yeah.
affects you today.
Yeah, the genealogy thing.
Genealogy.
Well, how do you say it?
Genealogy.
Genealogy.
Can you stick it in a bottle?
Maybe. It's a little easier to rub it and get it out now than it used to be. But sometimes you want to put it back in and you just want to seal that
Right.
up because you don't want to let those nuts out.
I just
But
had
yes,
to
you
go
can
there.
definitely put your genealogy in a bottle. Yes.
So how do they find out the serial killer from your lineage?
So that is done through basically the DNA databases that, when you send in your saliva, they map your DNA. So they're finding now, there's a lot of really good shows and stuff that they've started putting out now. The Golden State Killer was one that they just traced and found through genealogy. So basically, places like Ancestry, 23andMe are turning over or allowing law enforcement to have access to those databases.
Oh wow.
So if you look at the fine print, you do give them permission to do that. And then, yeah, so that if they have old DNA on a case, they can upload it and compare it to people that are in the Ancestry.com system.
Oh wow.
They'll find a great grandma or great great grandparent of somebody who's the person they're looking for. They'll trace it back. So they'll go backwards from that person, find who they are actually, you know, a general sect of the family that they came from, and then they'll look. They still have to do the police work. They still have to, you know, verify they were in that area at that time. You know, they still have to
Yeah.
do all the proof of evidence, but it at least gives them a name of who to look for. And then a lot of times they'll go, you know, take their trash or whatever and, you know, get their DNA that way and verify that that is the person.
Can they
So-
do that for missing persons too, or cold cases as
Yes.
well?
Yep.
Mhm.
Yeah.
You know, we've got like this thing going on the past few weeks, ever since Misty's about the serial killer. And
Oh yeah.
we got a theme going on here.
Yeah.
Paranormal
Yeah.
Roundtable coming up, so come and join us, Becky, for that. I think Jenny has the link to that for it, but would love to have you come back and join us for the roundtable. It'd be fun.
Yeah, it would definitely tie into the whole thing.
Yeah, you know, and
Yeah. Yeah. And I can get, I cannot, CC Moore is one of the first people who really did the genealogy, genetic genealogy for like law enforcement, things like that. She's a good one to look up. She did a documentary, but there's several now that do it, and they use it. If you watch like pretty much any of the cold files,
Oh no.
Oh no.
oh, there
if
she
you
is.
look up
She's
any of the
back.
cold case files, and they'll talk about it,
Mhm.
where they'll get, you know, it still costs a lot, so a lot of agencies aren't able to do it. But you know, they use it in finding, you know, adoptees finding their families. You know, it can be used in a lot of things, a lot of good ways. So
How do you do genealogy? Like,
Oh,
if somebody
hold on.
comes to you,
Why can I not hear you now all of a sudden?
Uh-oh.
I had a call come through and I got rid of it, and now I can't hear you guys. Oh no, what happened?
What's
Hi,
up, Tom?
See what happens? I get internet and then the rest of it goes bonkers.
she might have to come back in, leave and come back in.
Goodness,
Mhm.
come on.
We can hear her pretty good though.
Yeah.
Yeah, we hear.
Okay, can I hear
Can you
you
read
now?
lips?
Nope.
Can
Nope.
you stick
Oh goodness, you
in
guys.
the bottom? Baby. Sorry.
What's wrong with me now? Because if you're really talking, I cannot hear you.
Okay.
Yes, we're talking.
Let's
Oh
comment.
my goodness.
Leave and come back in.
I wonder why.
Because
I
it
don't know
probably
what's wrong
took
with this
over her
device.
microphone.
It's like it just disconnected from my earbuds and
Check the chat. Private chat.
died.
Private chat.
Okay, maybe.
Private chat. Look at the private
Luke,
chat.
I
Beep.
am your father.
The private chat.
Oh, let me look here. Okay, I got
love-
you. Let's see. I gotta figure out how to leave. Oh, there.
I guess that helps talking to someone
I
who's
give up.
at work because I do a lot of like different
Yeah.
hand motions and I'm good at using my words a little more slowly.
Right.
Yep. So she's gonna come back in. Anyway, so we are talking to Becky. She will be at the Witches and Wellness, July 11th and 12th, everybody. She's gonna pop back on. We're gonna talk some more when she comes back on. But meanwhile, I'm a genie in the bottle. No, I'm just kidding.
Hold on. I'll share something. Give me a second.
There
If
you
I
go.
can do it, I'm gonna show you.
You can do it.
See
If I can do it, I'll do it.
the freaking
Yay, I can hear you.
Yay!
Darn coworker trying to call me.
she's back.
Back.
Ah,
They took
There
over
we
your
go.
microphone when you got that
oh,
call.
shut up. Yes,
Spirits.
silly thing. Yeah, it's a coworker. It's not like she's not going to see me tomorrow. But
You can talk to me tomorrow.
right, yeah. I forgot my wireless ear. Of course, normally I do this on my computer upstairs, but obviously couldn't. So I actually have my hearing aids in, and I'm using them as earbuds.
Okay.
Oh, wow. Okay.
So they are trying to answer my phone and everything else, and I'm like, no, go away.
So we were talking about genealogy.
Genealogy. Like, how do you do genealogy with or for someone who comes to you looking for that service?
Yeah. So basically, I get the general information that I can, what they know, whether it just be parents, parents' names, date of birth, anything that I can get that they already know is a huge help. That just gives us more to verify and make sure that I'm on the right page or on the right track. You know, obviously, if they tell me my mom is, Debbie Smith and my dad is John Jones, if they don't have a birthday or something, that's going to be like almost impossible.
Yeah.
So I need, as much info as I can get, locations, anything like that. If they have grandparents that they know the info for, that's even better. But then once I have that basic information, I can start combing through, public records, census records, birth records, death records, newspaper articles, anything like that, which is the same way that I also do genealogy on like locations.
Oh, okay.
And I use that with paranormal investigating a lot. So like if I get called to a particular house, I can kind of do that genealogy on that location to know who's lived there, what maybe, what events happened in that general area over the years.
Right.
And we can use that information to kind of, discern, when we're trying to do EVP sessions and things like that, if a name comes up, is this name associated with this place? I'll try to go in with a list of names that are known to that location. And I just kind of keep it to the back. I don't tell anybody so that, they don't know, so that you don't get, every now and then you get that paranormal investigator that gets all the information and then creates the story that goes along with it. Those I say that, write their paranormal experience by their obelisk. Every time it says something, there's a story to it.
Right.
I always love those. I always love those that they're like, it says death and you're, oh, who died? Did you die? Did somebody murder you? Oh, and they've got this big long story, this juicy story for what this one word. And I'm like, that's probably not what that means, but okay,
Right.
you can go with it.
Mhm.
But yeah, so I try to get as much of that, those facts as we can. Then I start looking up, once we get those names and those locations, those basic facts, then we can look up, stories, different newspaper articles, different, you know, um, events, clubs, things that were popular back in, that era, and to find more information about the people and their stories and just, learn about, their history, their trauma, their successes, you know, not from a place to go back and dwell on their pain, but a place to learn from their strength
Mhm.
and see how I got here based on what they went through.
Right.
So, yeah.
I've got a
That's
question
interesting.
that's kind of off topic, but kind of still about your abilities and things. So, when you are just on your day to day, just life, and you're passing, and you're passing through people, and is there like moments where you get people's past loved ones that you can, like, they're talking to you, or do you shut it off when you're out and about? And then do you go up and just tell them, hey, such and such said they love you, or this or that? Like, is it
Right.
random things like that? Because I'm just curious, I mean,
Right. No, I do. I try not to shut it off most of the time. Because if I do shut it off, I pretty much shut off most of my emotions. Jenny has seen me at my events. I shut it off during SilCon, and I have a hard time paying attention. I have a hard time like really like talking to somebody because I'm like totally shut off, and I'm just going from spot to spot. So I try not to shut it off. But that being said, yes, I see them everywhere. I see them all the time. Usually I can, kind of, go away, or not acknowledge it. But I definitely do not have the self-esteem and the courage that Teresa Caputo has. I'm not going to go tell everybody everything because, people find that very weird.
Right.
When I do readings, I do like Oracle, I use Oracle cards as well. And I will tell them, it's completely up to you. I can talk to your past loved ones. If you want me to tell you what they say, I will. If you don't, that's totally okay. Because there's an awful lot of people that are fine with getting their cards read because they're cards, but they don't want to know. They don't want to talk to somebody who's passed on. And so I'm totally okay with that. And I just explain that to the family member, that I can't go against their wishes. I'm not going to, pass something on that, if it's super important and I can tell that that person really needs to know, then I will pull them aside and be like, hey, I'll start out with, kind of what I do. I'm like, I do have someone here that has a message for you. Do you want to hear it? Do you not? I don't say who because I don't want them to feel pressured to do it. Like you're going to feel really bad if I come up to you and say, your mom is here and she wants to tell you something. I don't want them to feel like if they say no, they're turning away their mom.
So you don't want them to be in that obligating.
Did I lose your sound again?
Can you hear me?
Oh, for the love of Pete. I lost Jenny, and now I can't hear you talk.
Yeah, we lost Jenny too.
She'll be right back.
Yeah, she'll be back. Testing.
Leave and come back.
Oops. I'm afraid if I put it on the actual iPad sound that it's going to echo.
Try it.
I can try it.
Yeah, try it.
Sorry about the difficulties.
Bluetooth.
Some things are just out of your control.
Okay.
And that's okay.
Oh, wait. Now why can't I hear you on this?
Can you hear me now?
I quit, guys. I just quit. Here I thought it was going to be the internet issue today. I was all prepared for that. But no internet issue. Right. I'm trying to find the audio settings.
Well, while we're
there we go. Okay. Oh, there's Jenny.
Hi, I'm back. Sorry, I had to deal with something.
She's back. She's back.
Becky having issues?
Yes, she's having audio issues again.
Oh no.
That's okay. Let's see.
That is strange because I can do the test and it plays it. It plays the test. I can hear that. But I
Interesting.
can't actually hear you.
Leave and come
Dude,
back.
you know what would be awesome if we could get like a private investigator to come on the show,
That would
like
be cool.
like a crime private I might look for somebody local here and see if they would be willing to kind of share some things, but not go into depth of personal,
Right.
but more of like their experience through their journey of, and talk about it on our show. I
Yeah,
think that would
that
be
would be cool.
that'd be fucking awesome.
Yeah, that would.
Yeah, it'd be totally different. It'd be really cool.
Bring them into the table.
Yeah.
I'm back.
He's
Twice,
back.
apparently. Is it echoing?
No.
Okay, good.
Can you
Good.
hear us?
I was just afraid if I put it on speaker that it would echo. So,
Shh, testing.
You're
Testing. Yes.
what? Are you messing with me? Tell me you're messing with me because I can't hear you again.
What?
Are you serious?
Me.
Jenny got rid of the extra Becky and then it's got silent again.
Oh no,
I didn't. That wasn't me.
Silencing me, Jenny.
That was Alicia. Oh no.
she's trying to come back again.
So that would be really cool. So anyway, I'm gonna do some digging and see
Yes.
what I can come up with as far as having a guest come on, and we'll talk to you about an open call in the future. I
We
think
just have
that'd
to contact the East Moline Police Department and
be- yeah.
see if a homicide detective would be willing to.
Can you hear us
Okay.
now? Can you hear
Nobody
us?
touch anything.
No.
I don't know. Somebody doesn't want me to talk to you guys tonight, I guess.
Yeah, I guess not.
It's our new haunted dog. Not today.
Michelle's like, poor Becky.
I know. Sorry, Michelle.
Now, I did have another quick question.
Sure. Maybe.
Oh,
Maybe before she gets cut off again.
when you
You better
first
ask quick.
having these experiences with being able to see the dead, did that freak you out in the beginning? Was it kind of stunning?
I don't think, not really, just because it's happened since I was so little that, I don't think that it ever really occurred to me.
And you never
You
had
know,
thought that, like, and this is like, don't be offended by this, but
No.
you never had a self-thought that you thought that you were going crazy or anything?
well, I mean, I think I'm going crazy every day.
We all are.
But, I mean, yeah.
I mean,
We all are.
Stages and stuff.
I would say my early teens, I did question it. A lot of that was real. Shut up. Maybe he sees whoever's messing with the audio because he is bound determined there's something over here next to me and he's barking at it. Yeah. So, but for me, the questioning was more on a religious basis, I guess.
Okay.
I always joke and say religion was a picture of Jesus on my grandma's wall. Like, I knew who that picture was, but I didn't know anything else. That was it. That's all I knew. I went to Sunday school with a friend when I was about 11 because they had pizza and that sounded like fun. They had pizza and they played games. So that was it.
Right.
They started talking about, Holy Spirit, Holy Ghost, all this stuff. And I'm like, oh my gosh, these people see what I see. This is awesome.
Uh-oh.
Yeah, I brought it up. Let's just say they don't see what I see. And it was not near as awesome as I thought. It was a Pentecostal church
Oh no.
who quickly drug me up through the center to the adult area to tell the pastor that I had the devil in me.
Oh my God.
And
Oh
before
my
I knew
God.
it, they were, in my eyes, threatening to drown me. Now, of course, I realize they wanted to baptize me, but, all I see is this big pool and them telling me that I'm evil And I'm like, oh my God, they're going to drown me. You know? So I ran from there and never stepped foot in a church again
Yeah.
until I met Bishop Long. Bishop Long was the first person that actually, like, I had a conversation with about this. And, you know, so for me, about that time, I just like tried to stop. I'm like, you know, am I evil? Is that what this is? Like, should I be seeing this? So I did try to stop and try not to acknowledge it until I was about 16. My This sounds awful, but I was 16, but it was my mother-in-law. Was going to be my mother-in-law anyway. I kept hearing an ambulance over and over again, and I was at my grandma's house. I pretty much was raised at my grandma's house, and I asked my grandma, I'm like, where is this ambulance going? Because it's like, it won't stop. And she's like, I don't hear an ambulance. I don't know what you're talking about. And I'm like, you don't hear that? And I'm like, okay. And then I instantly thought of my mother-in-law. And so I called my ex-husband, now boyfriend at the time, and said, will you go check on your mom? Like, I'm like, I can't tell you why, just go check on her. Just humor me, because I just want this in my head to shut up at this point. He went to check on her. He heard her take one big gasp, and she stopped breathing. So he was in there just in time to call 911, start CPR. They got her to the hospital. She came through fine. They got her back. Her gallbladder had ruptured and she was septic.
Oh my God.
So at that point, I'm like, okay, you can't ignore this. You know, you need to fess up. You need to acknowledge it. And so I started, you know, embracing it again. And then just still avoided churches, because clearly they were, in my mind, they were all going to think I was nuts.
That's crazy, because you think about how you go to church and you know you're praising God, but you can't see him, but
right.
they have the faith that he is there, and then you feel him. I was raised in church, born again Christianity. There was a time where I do believe that I spoke in tongues at one point, you know, speaking in tongue thing. And I was younger and I felt like, you know, but like it kind of goes hand in hand with paranormal in a way, because like we're talking things that we can't see,
exactly,
but we feel them and we're talking to them, you know. So what's the difference?
Right.
You know?
Right.
It's like, so you're basically hypocriting what we're really doing, but like you're doing the same thing.
Like Holy Ghost, Spirit,
like
hello.
It's, you know, I'm a firm believer we're all on the same path. We're just we're all going to the same destination. We're just taking different paths to get there.
Yeah.
You know, it's we all believe in the same things. We just call it different.
Yes.
Yeah.
To call it different names.
Yeah.
You know, I remember the first time I met, there's a local group that wanted to sign up for my metaphysical event. And it was a church. And they asked me if they could sign up for it. And I'm like, well, why? Do you want to protest? And they're like, and they kind of laughed and they're like, why would we protest? And I'm like, you're a church. Why would you want to be here? Like, and they're like, because we do the same thing that you do. He's like, we do, but they do like prophetic readings. So instead of talking to the spirits, they talk to angels, and the angels talk to spirits.
That's awesome.
So they do healing, they do readings, they do all of that. Just in their religion, they talk to the angels, and the angels talk to. They pass on the messages.
That's cool. Never heard.
Yeah.
Yeah. The church that was that's local, that used to come, they don't anymore, but it's Vineyard was the name of the church. You know, so that was, you know, that was very interesting when that happened too. So between them and Bishop Long, I started, you know, realizing, okay, it's not religion as a whole. You know,
Right.
that I can talk about this with some. So,
Yeah, there are, you know, like church that I went to spoke about. I remember a story that this person was, telling us, and he had an encounter that he couldn't, and it was actually at the church, and so I'm not going to go into the whole story, but I think that he does believe that there are, and obviously, if you believe in demons and you talk
Mhm.
about Satan and the devil and the fallen angels, it's like, okay, now, but
right.
why won't you talk about, or why do you think that it's evil to go out and talk to and communicate with spirits?
Right.
A lot of people actually, like you do, Becky, your majority of your work is helping these individuals. in their-
Right.
Yeah.
I mean, how
Yeah.
do you?
And I mean, I go in trying to prove it's something else. I go in with a completely open mind.
Yeah.
One case in particular, it was like he was like 85-year-old man who called me, and he was just absolutely terrified. Um, Things were happening at the house. He was terrified. We went out. He was dead set that things were happening. He was so scared. He'd had multiple heart attacks in the past,
Oh
and
wow.
he was so terrified that we had to take it serious. He had an adult son with disabilities that lived with him, and the son was obsessed with paranormal shows.
Oh.
Um, I knew pretty early on it was the son doing the things, but the thing was the dad just could not believe that. So in my mind, it's like, okay, well then I am here for the ghost as long as I need to be for his safety. Um, so, I tried different things. We tried to do things to appease the son. Like maybe if we did an investigation, then he would feel like, we did it.
Right.
I contacted his pastor, which actually worked out okay because it was a guy that my younger brother had went to school with. They had played music together, so he knew me. I asked him if he would come do a blessing at the house. He was like, "There's not really anything there, is there?" Because he was too scared to come. And I'm like, "No." I said, "I'm pretty sure that the only thing that has any evil in it is the sun." you know, and I don't think that it's, demonic. I think he's just
Right.
got some issues going on and
Yeah.
is really finding this amusing, but dad is not, and dad's likely going to have a heart attack from this if it doesn't get addressed. Um, so we went through quite a bit. I mean, the kid he'd put powder all over the floor and wrote, something like "you're gonna die," or I can't remember
Oh
exactly
my
what he wrote
god.
in it. He stepped in it, so there's this big shoe print. I even told his dad, I'm like, "You have a shoe print. Go look at the shoes in the house and see if
Yeah.
any of those match."
Have power.
And he did, and it was like, "I don't know how they did it, but the demon must have used his shoe."
Oh
No,
my.
he didn't. It's your son. Um,
Poor guy.
finally, it escalated. The son tried to set a Bible on fire in the living room floor
Oh shit.
one
Oh
night.
shit.
One day when his dad was sleeping, caught the carpet on fire. Luckily, got it out, but it was about a foot by foot square before he got it out. And of course,
Holy
dad
shit.
called me super upset. I went over there. I ended up calling elder abuse because luckily I had worked in that field with elderly, so that call wasn't as awkward as it could have been.
Right.
It was like, me. I worked with you with the elderly before, but I'm calling this time as a paranormal investigator. I know, weird, but I explained to him what was going on, and I'm like, he's gonna get hurt. This kid's gonna keep escalating. He's gonna burn down the house. He's gonna
Yeah.
do something. Like, there's nothing paranormal going on in this house. It's the son. Um, and then the next day, the dad called me. It sounded like somebody had run over his dog, and basically told me that he didn't think that I was going to have to come back anymore because his son was going away for a little bit to stay with family somewhere else, and that he thought it would take care of everything. So I think somebody finally got through to him that it was your son doing this. And
Yeah, that's crazy.
yeah, and I spent probably 40 hours a week there for 2 or 3 weeks just trying to get him through it, knowing that it wasn't paranormal and I could have walked away at any time,
Right.
but I didn't want to because,
It was getting to that point.
Wow.
right. It was somebody's, I mean, it was like it was like my grandpa, I'm like, I couldn't leave my grandpa like that.
Was that like
So-
one of your most craziest house?
Right. Yeah, I mean, craziest as far as not really paranormal.
Yeah. Had,
For
had
sure.
for like one of your story, like an incident where it was paranormal and it was like, whoa, like this is really heavy. And
Right. It was definitely one that weighed the most on me emotionally. Because it was an emotional toll. It was like, every morning he knew when I got up, he'd call me first thing and tell me what happened overnight.
yeah,
He'd call me at the end of the day. I would go over there after work and sit with him and, help him unpack what had happened that day.
yeah.
And try to find a way to gently nudge him into the fact that this is your son.
Yeah.
And he just couldn't see that. He couldn't see it, and I was so glad when he finally did. But yeah, it was definitely the most emotionally trying, just because it was so personal and
That's
The relatives in doing residential cases, those are definitely like pulls on your heartstrings, and it's a lot when they finally realize and that you're able to put them at peace knowing that.
Yeah, and he had a sister and brother-in-law who actually came by one night when I was there and asked if I had a card because they wanted to email me. And I'm like, sure. So I gave them my email address. They emailed me that night, and they told me that they really appreciated it. They knew that it was his son, and they had been trying to get him to see that his son was dangerous. And but he hadn't, and they were really worried about his safety, and so they were glad that I was staying involved. And so I told him, I'm like, I'll be here until it's sorted out one way or another. I mean, I'm not going to leave him.
It's awesome.
But it was a long 3 weeks.
That shows that all this that you've been talking about, like your in-home investigations, shows who you are as a paranormal investigator, that you truly are there to help.
And as a human.
And there's not a lot of people, there is people out there that are in it for the right reasons, to take advantage of the followings and the social media, just to get something to show. But these are people's lives that you're messing with. And so that shows that you are one of the good people out there.
Yeah. And that was part of the reason why I left the field, as it became, oh, we're all doing it now.
Yeah.
The every time you step foot in a place, it's like, oh, it's a demon. But you ain't got no idea. And the first time you run into one, you're gonna run like a scared little bitch. And you have no clue. It drives me crazy. It's like you think everything is, but I don't know. There's been a couple local groups that have done that and like posted online where they're at. Like we're at a house at this address, and
you can't do that.
I'm like,
no, you can't do that shit.
I'm like, what are you doing? Like, you will never know. Even my own case files are coded that they don't have the addresses in them.
Right.
I mean, we had a file system for our own sake. There's times that I look at it and I'm going, where was this at again? Like, I kind of remember, but it was never about, notoriety. Nobody ever knew where we were going.
Right.
And I've done this for a long time, but I don't really do like I don't do a lot of the what I call pay to play.
Right.
Ashmore Estates I've been to 1,000 times just because it's here, and then I was involved in it for a while after the roof came off with the first owners, and then the crazy people bought it, and I had control of the money for the roof, and I wasn't about to turn it over to the crazy people.
Right.
So stayed involved and helped until that money was gone. Then thank God Robin got it, because the people that had it before Scott and Robin were nuts. So, places like that, the local health department here.
I've been there.
Yeah. We actually can't go in there right now for insurance
Ooh.
reasons. I know, it sucks.
It's haunted as shit too.
I know. What's funny though is my son's
What is this though? Where is this at?
It's the well, it was the Coles County Health Department. It was a former hospital in Charleston, Illinois.
Okay.
I used to work in the building when I was working with the senior citizens. My office was in the building, and so the building manager and everybody knew me. So when I left there, they let me do investigations in there.
Wow. Is it pretty good? Pretty haunted?
Oh yeah.
Yeah. I've taken several groups throughout the years. I mean, gosh, probably 15
Silicon
years.
used to hold investigations there.
Yeah, Silicon would. We had Girl Scout investigations in there.
Oh wow.
We had all kinds of stuff in there, but the last couple, well, really since COVID, we did one or two after COVID. And then they changed a lot of the offices around, and now because of insurance reasons, they can't just have random people in there.
Yeah.
But I kind of found a back way.
Becky's like, watch me, hold my beer.
Yeah, I kind of found a back way because my son's doctor's office moved their offices in the building.
Yeah.
And we were talking about it one day, and they're like, you used to investigate here, right? And it's like, oh my gosh, this is so haunted. We want you to come in one Friday afternoon once we close, and we want to investigate with you. I'm like, okay.
Awesome.
Yes, let me, Jenny, and Alicia know. And
I've been there. Oh, I don't even know, like 4 or 5 times over.
Oh, you've been there.
Yeah.
Oh,
Whenever like SoCon held their event, the night investigation was usually there. So I always went with Billy and Wolf, and I think Keith went one year.
Yeah.
It was fun. Yeah. It's a good place.
Nice.
So now it's time to turn in our tables. Let's talk about 2026 SoCon. I sadly won't be there this year. I think this is my first time.
I know.
Since
this is going to be a weird year.
COVID. Yeah.
This is going to be a weird year, and in a good way, though. We have a lot of guests that haven't been here before, and then a lot of our normal can't be here this time. So
yeah,
I'm curious to see how it goes. I'm sure it'll be fine. It always is, but
it always is.
We've got a couple new people, like Christine Gailey. She's known for some Star Wars stuff. First female R2D2. And I can't remember what else off the top of my head. But then Paul Niemeyer has not been to SoCon before, so he'll be there. And then we have a lot of our normals, like Keith Age. It wouldn't be the same without him. It's been weird the last 2 years without Santiago.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
It has
been. You probably have Willie. You'll have
It's been strangely quiet without him. But it's okay. He's popular now. He's got a lot going on, and I guarantee they pay him a lot better than we do. Probably. So, I told him, I get it. Go where the money is. Trust me.
Right.
I get it. Somebody was paying me enough. I wouldn't be there that weekend either. I listen. But
I'll be at Penhurst that weekend for a wedding and then a private investigation. So that's my excuse.
Oh, that's cool.
Yeah. But Gavin and Paula, Kelly will be there. They're always there. Of course, Brian Morris will always be there. He's a permanent fixture. He's on the board of directors. We're officially a nonprofit now. We switched to a nonprofit last year. So that's been a good thing. We're still building up. We're still trying to, find sponsors, things like that. The sponsors can be tax deductible now since we're nonprofit. It's just getting that out there and working on that. We got a silent auction coming up. Or I guess I really shouldn't call it a silent auction. We have a Facebook auction coming up July 1st through 14th or 15th. I can't remember the end date. A lot of cool stuff for that. Just to try to raise money to make it work. We don't charge. That's the biggest thing. That's been my goal from day one, which has been 2010 is when we started. And my goal has always been to keep it free for people. So there is no admission charge to come in.
Wow.
It is all the workshops, everything is free. I try to keep the vendor fees low. The city of Mattoon is very generous with the tourism grant. But even they're wanting us to kind of start grandfathering off of that, which I get.
Right.
We get a lot less than we used to from that. And that's where we're hoping with the nonprofit, we'll be able to get some more sponsorships and become more self-sustaining without having to charge anything for admission.
Nice.
That's awesome.
Yeah.
That is great. There's a lot of places you have to pay admission to get into.
Mm-hmm. It is, and I want people to spend the money with the vendors.
Right.
If they're going to buy anything, if they want to, I want them to be able to come in with their family, their kids, have a good time. We do a little bit of everything. We have paranormal, horror, anime, gaming. We do cosplay.
That's awesome.
There's like a very minimal fee for the cosplay. It's like $5. And that basically just covers the prizes at the end.
Right.
So it's very minimal. Other than that, there really isn't any cost for anything,
My kids would love to go to something like that. They love cosplay, anime,
I would love to go to something like that too.
Paranormal, horror, all that.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah. It's a good mix. When we first started, it was just paranormal horror. I took 1 year off when I was graduating with my master's because I just wasn't sure. I knew that once I graduated, then comes paying it back, and having to get a real job and all that. So I took a year off, and then when we decided to come back, I was like, I kind of want to add anime and gaming because that's kind of what my family's into. So we added it all, and then it's just gotten huge since then. 2010 through 2014, it was just in a little like one room with the moose, one room. Then we moved into a shopping mall and took up the entire mall.
Wow.
Entire mall.
It was amazing.
Until 2022.
Basically when COVID.
Yeah, we had one year after COVID, 2 years after COVID at the mall. And then the mall is owned by Rural King now, and we were let's just say we were more than they could handle. They felt that some of our people might be demonic. Yeah, they said it wasn't a family friendly event, which that year that they told me that, the cosplay contest had 130 people. The youngest was 4 months old. The
Aw.
oldest was 86.
Oh, that's cool.
And I'm like, tell me again how this is not family friendly?
yeah.
I've got a baby and an
Right.
86-year-old. I'm like, and everything in between. But yeah, so we had to, the following year we did it in Effingham at their mall. Oh, that was fun. There was some logistical issues there. Half the building didn't have electricity, the other half didn't have air conditioning.
Oh.
It was fun. But then we found the Front Street Event Center, which is actually in Gaze, Illinois, which is about 5 miles outside of Mattoon.
Okay.
Tiny town. More people come to Silicon than there is in that town.
Yep.
Yeah, it's claim to fame as a 2-story outhouse. And that's like the only thing in the town is the 2-story outhouse. But they have a former grade school that was turned into an event space.
Okay.
And that owner is absolutely fantastic. You know, she's been wonderful to us, and so we've been doing it there. You know, and that's, you know, we just keep going. You
Nice.
know, that's a plan, to keep going as long as we
Right.
can. You know, eventually, you know, if we don't start getting more sponsors and stuff, we're probably going to have to charge eventually. Which is probably when I will stop it, because that kind of goes against everything that I created it for.
Yeah.
Right.
So, I mean, I know that sounds silly. Like, if I have to charge $5 to get in, then I'm going to just stop it. But that was kind of the purpose of it from the very beginning, was
Right.
to put the public in and let them enter, you know, let them meet the
Right.
paranormal people, you know, and realize that, at least at that time, we were just normal, everyday people.
Right.
Now, you know,
Most of ours are still
Yeah,
that. But there's
most of us still are, but there's some that, you
some.
know, I'm like, I wouldn't encourage you to meet, but you know.
Right.
Yeah.
But most of us are still fairly normal people.
Right.
Yeah.
But
What's
yeah,
wrong
so,
with being weird?
yeah. But well, you know, we'll see. Hopefully it keeps going and going.
Yeah, for
Yeah,
sure. So Jenny, when's
I
the?
love it.
Can you pop that one more time?
Yep. Silicon,
Yeah.
September 11th and 12th.
September 11th and the 12th. Okay.
Yeah. So it's usually Friday evenings and Friday evening all day Saturday.
Nice.
Everybody says they want it on Sunday, but they don't.
Yeah.
They always
don't.
leave. Half the vendors leave early. Hardly anybody shows up. Everybody complains. But then they complain because, like, why don't you do it Saturday, Sunday? Because we've tried that.
Yeah.
I also don't know what it is with this event. Speakers. Like, we try to have speakers, but no matter where we put them, no matter what we do, no matter how we promote them, it always seems to be like pulling teeth to get anybody in there to listen. So, you know, but every time I try to say we're just not going to do speakers, then
People
oh my gosh, there's a revolt. Like, no, you got to have speakers. Oh my God. I'm like, fine, then somebody better show up.
Yeah.
Sometimes show up and start talking and listen.
Mm-hmm.
Yep.
Not that hard, people.
Yep. There'll be 3 or 4 people in there. I'm like, okay, I give up.
Yeah.
Right.
But I'm just like, if you want to speak, speak. If you don't. I don't care. You know, can't promise anybody will come listen to you, but you're welcome to try it. So.
Well, Becky, where can people find you? How can they find out information about Silicon?
Yeah.
And
yeah.
all that jazz.
All that fun stuff. I'm on Facebook. You can look me up. Silicon has a Facebook page. They also have a website, cil-con.com. That's where you would get vendor spaces. There are still some indoor vendor spaces available. So if you want that, the indoor spaces have electricity, everything you need. There's some outdoor spaces as well that we can't, you know, obviously they're twice as big and they're really cheap.
Yeah.
They're like 10 by 20 for like $40, but I can't promise that it's not going to rain or be 150 degrees or
Mhm.
both. Rain well is 150 degrees. You just never know. It's Illinois. Um, but yeah, so that's the easiest way to find me is through Silcon. You're welcome to look me up on Facebook, either just my personal ones under my name, Becky Castillo, or you can look up Reverend, like REV Becky Castillo. That's I'm also ordained minister, so I do spiritual counseling and weddings and all that fun stuff too.
Cool.
Yeah, I'm around. You can find me somewhere. I'm always on social media somewhere.
Right. And you can come and see Becky at Witches and Wellness, July 11th,
Exactly.
12th in Dekalb, Illinois. Come meet her. Come listen to her lecture about genealogy.
Yeah.
And see her at her booth. Well, she'll have information about Silcon probably, and all of the fun things she does. And check out all of the other vendors and lectures and workshops we will be offering that weekend.
Yeah. For sure.
Yeah. Thank you, Becky.
Yeah, no problem. Thank you. Sorry for all the audio issues.
No, you're good. We'll see you in a few
I was preparing
weeks.
you for internet issues and
Right?
had audio issues.
No, we were waiting for the internet issues and we ended up with audio.
Right? It fixed
Yeah,
itself.
definitely can't wait to get together and meet you and
in person.
Yeah. And this was a great chat. So thanks for coming
Yeah,
on.
no problem. Thanks for having me.
Yeah.
Talk to
Have
you
a
guys
good
later.
night.
Bye.
Bye. Coming up June 27th, so a week, less than 2 weeks. Less than 2 weeks. I will be at the Shakopee Comic Con with Willie Atkins of Breaking Fate and Mr. Release and Oddities. I will have my photography. He will have stuff from the store and promoting events coming up. So if you're in Minnesota and local to Shakopee or the surrounding areas, come out and see us. We will be there. It is only $10 to get in. It is at the Canterbury Park Convention Center. So come out, see us. There'll be some of the Power Ranger guys there and a few other guests coming out to that event. So if you're in the area, come out and see me. And really, I'm super excited for this event because this is the first time they have held one in Minnesota. So I found a way for Willie to come to Minnesota.
Yeah, the other way around.
Yeah.
Right? Oh, it's funny because he'll leave on the 29th and I fly out the 7th of July. So we only have like a week between that we see each other. So I was like, you're just going to get sick of me by the end of July. It's okay though. But if you're in the area, come out and see us. We'll be there. I will be doing my having my photography and other goodies. I got the dumplings. I got the viral dumplings.
Oh.
I only have, I think, 7 left from FCICon, but I do have some left. And then I have the little, the little mystery cryptid bags that Louisiana Spirits had at Booze on the Battleship.
Yeah.
I found them. I got some.
Hell yeah.
They actually sold out. I sold out at Ohio State Reformatory's Paracon, and I had to reorder. So I bought 2 packs of 24, so I have 48 of them now.
Dang.
Nice. Hell yeah.
I'll have those and some other goodies. So come out to Shakopee Comic Con. It's cheap. It's fun. You'll get to see me be Willie Atkins' booth bitch again. It's fun. He gets to tell me what to do, as if that doesn't change anything. But then 2 weeks later, less than that, it'll be Witches and Wellness in DeKalb, Illinois, at the Orchard Hall, right on Northern Illinois University's campus. Big castle. It's gorgeous. It's a gorgeous venue. We have over 30 vendors. I think we're close to 8 speakers and workshop hosts. So come out, check us out. Next weekend we will have, who do we have next weekend? I don't remember. I want to say Kat Armstrong is next weekend.
Mm-hmm.
Hell
yeah, that's a good one.
We're gonna be your bitches.
Yes.
Yes, you'll be my event bitches, actually.
Yeah.
I get to tell you what to do.
Yay.
go do this, go do that.
I'm all right.
Yes, next Sunday is Kat Armstrong on the 21st. So she is with Paranormal Exposures and her own little metaphysical side business. Super excited. And then we'll have Jessie Hawthorne on the 28th. And then we rounded up with Diet Renee on June 30th. So that week we'll have 2 shows that weekend or that week. So make sure you come out, come back, watch our show. Maybe the 28th we'll have a special co-host. I don't know if I can talk him into it. Because I will be with Ridley that weekend. So maybe we'll have a special co-host.
Yes.
Otherwise, if I don't come on, you know why? Because I am traveling all over the Twin Cities with Willie, and he wants to adopt snakes when he's in Minnesota, because there's a snake discovery place not that far from my house.
Oh.
So I will not be surprised if he goes home with some snakes.
Nice.
Probably.
And I'm like, get that. I'm gonna tell him exactly. I'm like, get those things away from me. I don't do snakes. Those things are creepy.
Don't do it. I don't do it.
But like we said during our show, we do have a true crime roundtable coming up on September 20th. We are looking for people who are very well known about this topic, authors, researchers, speakers, podcast hosts, anyone that knows a lot about true crime. Please contact us and we will get you all the information. We're looking for probably 4 or 5 more people to join the roundtable. But this will be a fun one because we haven't done a true crime roundtable yet. We kind of came up with it after talking with Misty on the show, so we're super excited.
Yes.
But keep an eye out for that. If you know anyone, tag them in it on the Facebook page. Tag them in it and let them know that we are hosting one September 20th. So super excited. But y'all have a great week. And if you are on TikTok, Wednesday the 17th, I will be live from Waverly Hills doing a private investigation. Probably start about 9:30, 10 o'clock Eastern time. So find me on TikTok.
Are you sure it is 6'7"?
6'7". But I will be live from Waverly Hills on Wednesday. Super excited. It's been 13 years since I've been there, so we'll see if I survive the night.
Yes. Let me know how, because I'm going. We'll be.
Yeah, you're going next month.
Yeah, it's gonna be hot.
Yeah, it's gonna be hot, and you're fucking gonna
Yeah.
die going up and down those stairs.
We got Jericho coming up in August. That's gonna be fun. That's our birthday.
I'm so excited for that.
Our birthday investigation.
Yes. So everyone have a great weekend. We will see you back next Sunday, same time, same place, with Kat Armstrong, that we all love and adore.
Yes.
So,
can't wait for that.
Let's take us off and show our video.
Good
Have a good night.